Your coding setup says more about you than your resume. You can tell someone says, "I like clean architecture," then see their desk and immediately know they have 17 unfinished side projects. Some setups say disciplined engineer. Some setups say finals week never ended. And some setups quietly ask whether your spine has legal representation. So today, we are judging the desk, the monitor count, the keyboard volume, and the emotional decisions hiding behind all of it. The one-monitor minimalist believes every extra screen is a moral failure. Their desk has a laptop, one monitor, one cup, and somehow nothing else. They say things like, "I just need focus." What they do not mention is that their browser has 47 tabs hidden inside one window like a psychological basement. This setup usually belongs to someone who is either extremely disciplined or one bad merge conflict away from buying a second monitor at midnight. The triple monitor person is operating either a startup, a flight control room, or one React app with too many windows. There is code on the left, documentation on the right, logs in the center, and somehow the terminal is still missing. They insist it improves productivity, and honestly, it kind of does. But this setup also creates a new problem. Now procrastination has 3 different places to live. Very powerful, very dangerous. The bed developer says, "I work better when I am comfortable." Then they fold themselves into a shape that has never appeared in a biology textbook. The laptop is on a blanket, the charger is at a cursed angle, and one pillow is pretending to be lumbar support. This person can build an entire feature before standing up, but when they finally do, their knees make a sound like an old startup pivoting. The RGB setup is not a desk. It is a ceremony. The keyboard is glowing, the mousepad is glowing, the wall behind the monitor is glowing. The project, unfortunately, is not running. This person says the lights help the vibe, and I respect that. Sometimes you need the room to look like a cyberpunk movie before you can rename a folder. The only issue is every debugging session now feels like a boss fight. The mechanical keyboard philosopher does not type. They curate acoustics. You ask what keyboard they use, and suddenly you are in a lecture about switches, foam, stabilizers, and the emotional difference between clack and thok. Their setup sounds incredible, but every message they send in the group chat arrives with the spiritual weight of a courtroom transcript. They write 12 lines of code, but every line announces itself to the entire apartment. The terminal cave setup belongs to someone who believes the mouse was a temporary mistake in computing history. Their screen is black, their font is tiny, and they navigate the file system like they are defusing a bomb. You ask how to start the project, and they send one command that looks like it needs a lawyer. The annoying part is they are usually fast. Confusing, but fast. The extension collector has turned their editor into a spaceship cockpit. There is a theme, a linter, an icon pack, a bracket colorizer, an AI helper, a prettier helper, and probably a helper for the helper. Opening the editor takes long enough to reconsider your degree. But once it loads, everything sparkles. The code may still be broken, but at least the broken code has excellent typography. The perfect desk person is terrifying because everything looks intentional. The plant is alive. The notebook is aligned, the cables are managed, the laptop has no crumbs on it, which feels illegal. Online, this setup gets comments like, "Wow, so productive." In reality, there is a drawer nearby containing every cable, receipt, charger, and emotional decision they refuse to process. Still, the lighting is great, so we forgive them. But here is the truth. The best setup is the one where you actually ship something. One monitor, 3 monitors, bed laptop, terminal cave, glowing keyboard. It all becomes the same at 2 in the morning when a tiny bug is holding your entire self-worth hostage. Your desk can reveal your personality, but the final boss is always the same. You, a laptop, and one error that disappears the second you ask for help.